What's good? What's good? I'm back. Yours truly, the one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and much, much more. Today, I'm going to react to a video of Patrick Bet David asking Michael Malice about communism. Before we get into that, though, let's give you a word from Dizzle.
This that turn, that lit, that slap. It is that one, that everybody talking about Dizzle new drink. They like that's that turn, that lit, that slap. It is that one, that everybody talking about Dizzle new drink.
They like you can Dizzle too. Dizzle is a premium luxury liqueur mixed with agave tequila, French cognac, and orange liquor mango mix. Throw your Dizzle on ice, and it's nice. If you want to order your very own bottle or bottles of Dizzle premium luxury liqueur, go to dizzlebrand.com, click on our locations, click on one of the top 3 website links. I recommend Emilio's Beverage. Below that is locations in California, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Arkansas. Also, the Dizzle brand merch, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Go to dizzlebrand.com, click on merchandise store, or go to etsy.com, search for Dizzle brand or or etsy.com/shop/Dizzle brand. That's etsy.com/shop/Dizzle brand. All right, let's get into it.
That's the point of this book.
Okay, tell us about it.
Well, it's really bad. The point of writing The White Pill, and this has nothing to do with anarchism at all.
The White Pill.
The book. The point of The White Pill is I was kind of disquieted, being born in the former Soviet Union, to what extent it has been almost being forgotten. And this is something that ended in our lifetime, the lifetime of everyone here, and probably the vast majority of people listening as well. And what people went through for decades on the far side of the Iron Curtain was so disturbing and also so hard for us to wrap our heads around. I don't know if any of you have diabetes. I don't, right? If someone tried to tell you what it's like living with diabetes, it's going to be very different from actually living it, right? We can wrap our heads around, okay, I can't have candy. Are there other health externalities? Can I exercise? Maybe if I'm going to take a marathon, I'm going to have to do certain things. We're still not going to get there intellectually unless you live it. So we can maybe understand, okay, I'm in school, I'm taught certain things, or someone's listening to me on the phone, or people get arrested and you're powerless to do anything about it. We can maybe understand each of those elements individually, but in terms of understanding that pervasive atmosphere, the tagline of the book, let me get the exact quote. When Rand was testifying in front of Congress, she said, "It's almost impossible to convey to a free people what it's like to live in a totalitarian dictatorship." So I tried to explain throughout the course of this book just what it was like. And even I don't really understand it. My protege was just in Prague. They have something there called the Museum of Communism. And what's great about this museum is it's not written this Western style in this scholarly manner, because it's like, according to these demented ideas, we were all supposed to have food, but instead we were starving. And when he sent me all the photos of the captions, because I wanted to quote one for the book, it made me appreciate for the first time what it was like for my family, in the sense of totalitarianism. This is a stupid pun, but it's not a pun, but it means total. So it's everywhere. There's nowhere to go from the moment you're born till the time you die, and you're told you can't leave. So let's suppose there's a politician you hate, or you hate politics.
You hear that? You're told you can't leave. You can't leave. But you could be born in one state and move to the next in the United States, and move to the next, and move to the next. So born in one city and move to the next. But in communism, you're told you can't leave. Let's keep it moving.
In general, you hate Trump, you think Biden's a fool. You can watch sports, you can listen to music, you can read books, historical books or contemporary books. Yes, there's trying to put politics into everything, but there's certainly very many venues where you could.
He's right about that too. They're trying to put politics to everything, because they're putting it in sports like crazy. And that's one place that always said, I don't want my politics, because it's already in movies and music, which is other forms of entertainment.
Escape, or even just talking to your friends. They didn't have that. And even just talking to your friends, you have to wonder, all right, did Pat turn? You hear
that? Like, in a communist system, you got to worry about if you tell your friends something, are they going to go and tell the communist dictators? And if they tell them, you're more likely to disappear off the face of the earth or into some prison forever.
Did someone get to him, or is he just doing this for status, for money? So that kind of sense of having something, the government and that ideology govern every aspect of your life, is something that I think is important for those of us who love any semblance of freedom, Republican or Democrat, to appreciate.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one,
Like, think about what he's saying. Like, I remember a time in America, nobody was openly saying "fuck the president." Now everybody's like "fuck Trump, fuck Biden." There wasn't a lot of that going on early in my life. If you did that openly in communist countries, you'd fucking disappear. You'd fucking disappear. And the fact that I couldn't sit there and tell one of my friends, "Hey, fuck Trump or fuck Biden," and I got to worry about they might tell one of them and I might disappear or off the face of the earth, or I might end up in a prison. I mean, that's crazy. Just thinking about like somebody dictating every single aspect of your life. Because if I'm not mistaken, communist country, it isn't no a bunch of religions. It isn't freedom of religion because they wouldn't. You see what's going on with the Uyghurs? Those are like Asian Muslims, if I'm not mistaken. So that's not, religion isn't just open grounds or whatever. They're not big on the transgenderism, the whole LGBT movement. They're not big on feminism. Communist countries are not big on feminism at all. And I think people fail to realize if there is no America, we're all under the thumbs of dictators. Like before America, every place was ruled by kings and kings and kings and kings and kings and more kings. Just dictator after dictator after dictator after dictator who basically passed down dictatorship through their bloodlines. But America, we're voting, even that's the thing. At least if we vote in a scumbag, we have to take the accountability for voting a scumbag. If we vote in a good president, then we get the accountability for voting a good president. But even though I would argue that people should really only worry about politics on a local level. Who's your mayor? Who's your city council? Your judges? Because once you get outside of your city, agendas change. And that's the thing about America. That's what makes America so different and so unique, is that every city, every county, every state can have a little bit of a different agenda than the next. There could be things that they want to do a little differently than the next. And if you don't like what's going on in that town or city, you can always move to another one. But like you said, in communism, you can't leave. They don't want you to leave. You know, I never understood the idea of the average person volunteering for communism, volunteering somebody to dictate every aspect of your life. I couldn't do it. Every single aspect of your life, every single aspect. That's crazy. That's crazy. And this idea of eliminating all dictatorships probably doesn't seem realistic. It probably doesn't seem reachable. Some civilizations don't want to change. You know, look at Arab culture. Like that's the thing. It's almost like what's going on in us going in Arab cultures and trying to take over and change them is like the same thing with the Native Americans. Like we always try to force people to catch up to technology, to get with the program, as they say, to become more civilized, as they say. But some people, don't want to change traditions. Don't want to change old traditions, old ways of doing things. And we need to stop doing that, trying to force people to convert to mankind's technology advancements and evolutions. You know, we need to stop with that. And that's what we try to do, force all cultures to be democracies, democratic societies and stuff. Like we're trying to force. We want it. We're like a bunch of Jehovah Witnesses knocking on your door, trying to force all communists to become, you know, democracies, and Republicans and Democrats and libertarians and whatnot. You know, I almost think, man, even though communism as bad as they say it is, I almost think we should have a communist party in America. We should have communist, Republican, Democrat. Libertarians should get more pull, independent. You know, all these. If they all had more even back in and more support, it'd be more of a open race and whatnot. But I'm not volunteering to live in no communist country, and I'm not trying to. If America became a communist country, I sure as hell they try to tell me I couldn't leave. Screw that, I'd be gone with the wind. I'd be out. I'd be moving to probably back to Panama, Panama City, Panama. Even though I stayed in Fort Gullickson as a kid, but yeah, I'm not volunteering for communism. I mean, that's crazy. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in, Paul Pickett Podcast, and I'm out.